Live.
Sounds good, Brian.
Okay, we're live on YouTube. The meeting is yours. Mr. Rainey, let me know if you need anything else.
Thank you. I'll officially call the meeting to order. We need to, well, I guess might as well just start with the Pledge of Allegiance, eh?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of America,
and
to the
the
republic
republic
for
which it stands,
one
one nation, under
under
God,
God, indivisible,
indivisible,
liberty and
liberty and justice for all.
justice for all.
Okay, we need any additions or correction to the agenda? Not, I need a motion for approval.
Move approve the motion, the agenda as submitted.
Or
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion's carried. Okay, let's have the minutes.
Mr. Chair, I'd move the minutes from the November 16th meeting.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
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 None, all opposed? Motion's carried. Okay, I guess we'll just go to the first order of business, which is, I don't have the paper right in front of me, but it's basically the culvert on Pontiac Trail. So who's here to speak for that?
Myself, Kyle Rentmore with the Manic Smith Group. We're the civil site engineers, and we also have Charles Paisley as the owner representative.
Okay. Well, go ahead, present your case. We got a pretty good outline of what everything is, so.
Okay. Do you guys mind if I share my screen?
Nope.
I will just share this is just straight from the township website, but as a recap and just kind of a review of this site on Pontiac Trail, we're proposing approximately a 4,000 square foot Culver's restaurant with a dine-in and drive-through layout. This is, been through, this was previously, we were actually the consultants for a previous developer that was looking at this site that no longer kind of carried through. I think we, as we looked at this new development, a lot of the same features and layout kind of concepts as you guys have seen before. The building, proposed parking, we've got in this east portion of the lot, a compensating cut for the floodplain that we're impacting. And if you recall, this is also a split zoning lot. So further, the lot actually continues further east here, and it's split zoned residential on this kind of third of that lot. So with that, being said, we were, fairly limited with the, with the layout that we could provide, accounting for that split zone, also for this compensating cut to, appease the, Water Resource Commission and meet those stormwater requirements as such. The proposed layout provides some additional parking beyond, beyond the minimum for the zoning requirements. However, this is done just based on, previous sites that this developer has pushed through and is managing and running. So typically, and Charles, if you like to speak to this a little more, you can. Typically for a drive-through restaurant, we're, less, especially now, more, potentially more drive-through, less dine-in. For this particular user, for the Culvers, they experience a much higher demand for that dine-in. So That in combination with the limited lot restrictions and the limited lot width that I think, Brian highlighted in his email from his consult from McKenna as well. I think what we're asking for on the variance side of things is to reduce the parking setback on this south property line from 10 to 2 feet, just to accommodate those extra parks. Not anticipating that it's going to have any other adverse effects on the development. I think it provides a nice traffic flow, and obviously user friendly for those that want to dine in, use the outdoor seating, especially when that season is upon us. And then you can also see, just to accommodate the site, we're really happy and excited to kind of propose this kind of really robust landscape and site layout to really make it look really make it look aesthetically appeasing and carry on that kind of last a long time to look that nice. So that's essentially the summary of what we're looking for, that reduction from the 10 to 2 foot parking setback on the south side. Initially, I think our application letter had mentioned a reduction on the north side. We since then, which this reflects the updated plan, we since had adjusted our layout for these essentially waiting spaces. People go through the drive-through, they're waiting for their food to come out. We eliminated that infraction on that setback as well. So it's just this south line. I think it's going to really just make the site flow a lot better. If that can move forward and really be a nice development once it goes through.
Okay, anybody got any questions?
I have a question if someone can refresh my memory from the board meeting. Your plan is to connect that what, maybe 6 feet of sidewalk? Is that's going to be to the south of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right here. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. We're going to connect to that.
Okay. And then Brian, is that the building that's to the south? Is that the Sitco and the Jimmy John's?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Yep, and Tuffy is to the north, which is that connecting driveway.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Brian, I do have a question. Jim Chuck here. So that, refreshing my memory, that connecting driveway by Tuffy, that'll be a shared access, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to be clear. And I do have a question to the applicant, if I may. You said a 4,000 square foot building. What's your larger footprint, if I could ask? I know this is a scaled down, so do you have like 2 or 3 different building envelopes?
Yeah, I don't know why my video is not working, but good evening, everyone. My name's Charles. We have a Metro XL, which I think there's one of those in the state. It's in Livonia. The Metro L, which is the second biggest concept, which is, I don't know if anyone's been to the Wixom location. That's a Metro L or Brighton. And everyone's going to the Metro M because it's got a smaller footprint, which is what this is here. And it's the only prototype that's available to us of the smallest size, which is what we have proposed here.
So the Metro, I believe you said Metro L. What's the square footage on that building?
44, I think. The dining room, the front of the building is about 5 feet longer, and it seats an additional 30 people, I want to say.
Yeah, so it's not real substantial. That was where I was kind of going.
No, it's not real substantial,
Yeah.
no.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay, any other questions? I mean, it's all pretty cut and dried. I mean, it's a very narrow lot. I think they're making use of it about as well as they can and as close to what we require as they can. So, but that's
Yeah.
my opinion. Anybody else have any?
From that standpoint, you know, I'll just get it started. I'm sure
Sure.
there'll be other commissioners chiming in, but anytime that we have a vacant piece of land and someone's willing to invest in our township, it's a good organization. And
Yes.
yes, I have eaten in both of the Wixom and the Brighton. You know, I'm willing to grant this. I will support it. I think it's good for the township, and you're right. It's a very tough piece of land that typically has pumpkins, you know, 6 weeks of the year. I think this would be an upgrade.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that. So anyway,
Really, that's all I
so
have to say. I will support it.
anybody else?
I think what's, I just, in reviewing Brian Kesey's letter from McKenna, I think one of the big components for me in this, in the deciding factor, is that when he's talking about the parking setbacks and the fact that this is split zoning and they're putting, let's see, the lot in question has split zoning. The front portion of the lot is zoned for commercial. And therefore the entire development has to be on the portion zoned for commercial use. So they're very restricted in this particular location because of that. And they're not putting a commercial property on something that is zoned as residential. And I think that's a positive for our community and for those neighbors. And the other, let's see, I was trying to look at the map again. I mean, immediately to the south, that's why I asked about the Citgo and the Jimmy John's. I mean, it's a giant parking lot immediately to the south. And you know, asking for a setback for a parking lot when it's right next to another parking lot, I don't feel like that is really a concern.
I agree. I think this is probably as nice a job as you can possibly do in this particular lot for what it is. I think they did a good job. So
I feel the same way.
Mike Barber say something?
yes, go ahead, Mike.
Years ago, I was on a planning commission. We had lighting ordinances, and the lighting that would shine into the residential area should be shielded, no uplighting, you know. And I'm concerned about the people having light coming in their back bedroom windows. I don't see any housing over there, but I'm sure there is some on the east side. So could we say something about that, or has it already been taken care of? I'm done.
No, that's a good question. So I've got our lighting plan pulled up, and so we've gone you know, back and forth, and this was one of the things we wanted to get right as well, just to minimize. We're essentially at 0-foot candles along the property line, and have moved the uplighting to the interior of the site. If it's, you know, for these parking southern parking spots, they're closer to the building, so that once you get out to the property line and that curb line, you know, again, this is a commercial area over here as well, but you're still not you know, there's no light leaking out of the property line. And then kind of, you know, in conjunction with that, from a residential standpoint, on the north and on the east portion of this site, we've also got, you know, obviously you can see a lot of heavy screening, double rows of evergreens, and sense of, you know, beefed up this from even, you know, what it was before, in addition to adding a screening wall just west of these trees. So yeah, we're very aware of that. I think this plan right now, it shows the light, you know, the light poles in the previous locations. That more recent one that had pulled up just before is updated to eliminate that issue.
Okay.
And I believe that there's still a lot of empty space on the east side of that building. I mean, as far as
Correct.
isn't there going to be empty ground there?
Correct. Yep. There's going to be about you know, I'd say a quarter acre or so of
That's okay. That's about what I
Yeah,
thought.
so you've got quite a bit of space over in this area that's just, vacant and ground cover.
Yeah, and if I may, Mr. Chairman, Mike, everything you just asked, we asked at the Planning Commission, and that's exactly what the applicant agreed to, extending that brick wall because of headlights, cars heading east coming into the establishment in the evening. So great question.
Oh, thank you. I like it.
I feel the same way, and if it's appropriate, I'll take a swing at a motion.
Sure.
So I would move to approve the variance as presented to Sidwell number 21-29-353-013, based on meeting all the criteria referenced in the McKenna letter, which include the compliance would prove unnecessarily burdensome. The variance does justice to the applicant and other property owners. It's not self-created. There are unique circumstances, and a lesser variance doesn't get it done.
I'll support that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and supported to accept the variance as requested. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? And the motion is carried. And thank you very much, Kyle.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much, guys. Thank you.
Yep, Charles, it's a good job. We're looking forward to having you there.
Yeah, me too.
One last question. I know it's got to go to the trustees, I believe, does it not, Lisa? Doesn't have to
This
come back?
already came to the Board of Trustees and was approved with the requirement for them to get the variance from the ZBA.
My only question was, I guess, to the applicant, timetable, when do you anticipate starting and what's the time frame for the building?
It's about usually a 4-month build. We hope to have this location open by May.
Very good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm
Look
sure
forward
you
to
get
it. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Carol, I have a question. Are we still
Yes.
required to take roll call with present in Lyon Township?
Oh, yeah. we
Oh, yeah,
forgot
that was my mistake. I forgot
Sorry
about
about
that too.
that.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I figured, well, we can
Yeah. I was looking ahead, yes. So the record should reflect that all of the ZBA members are present in Lyon Township.
Got it.
Kelly, you got that?
You want to go through and do a roll call?
You can do it. Yep. Go
I
ahead.
mean,
Sure. You ready?
Yep.
Mike Barber,
Here.
Lisa Blades,
Present in Lyon Township?
Mike, you're also present in Lyon Township?
Present in Lyon Township. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Jim Chuck,
present in Lyon Township,
Tony,
Michigan, just in case.
Present in Lyon Township.
Dean Whitcomb.
President in Lyon Township.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else on that? I guess we got to, have we still got to do the election of officers yet?
Did you elect them yet?
I thought we did that. Did
I
we
thought
not?
I thought we did too, and I saw it on the agenda. I'm just
You know
asking.
what? Aren't they elected though every January? Brian?
Every January. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you only met a couple times last year. That's why it seems so recent.
Oh, it seems like it was just
Give it
that.
another shot.
Yeah, I think we only had 3 last year the whole
yeah.
time, didn't we?
Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to steal a line from Dean. Based on the current positions of the officers held, if there are no objections, I would nominate the existing officers in their current positions.
Jim, can you go through and actually list them
Okay,
by name?
I guess I would, Tony Rainey as chair and Dean Whitcomb as vice chair. And I don't believe we have a secretary, do we? Isn't it just the 2 offices?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's
what
all it is.
That's what I thought. I know on the planning commission, we have a secretary, but I thought it was just the 2. So
think-
I
Right.
would nominate Tony Rainey as continuing chairperson and Dean Whitcomb as the vice chair.
I don't recall if there's a secretary in the
I don't
bylaws or
either.
not.
I don't either.
I don't recall having one. I just thought it was just chair and vice chair just for basically running the meeting.
Last time we elected officers, I've been on about a year now, we never had a secretary. I mean,
Nope.
what it's worth.
I honestly don't remember one in, I don't know how many years on the board, so.
I'll
But you,
support
Brian,
Jim
do you know
Check's
that?
motion.
I will check that tomorrow.
Well, we can add that to the next one if we need to, I
Right.
guess. All right, Chuck made the motion. Is Lisa
I'll
seconded?
support. Yep.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion's carried. Officers are elected. Thank you. Appreciate you taking me on again. Okay, we got anything else? Anything else come before the board here?
These are easy motions. I'll make a motion to adjourn if there are no other comments or questions. Dean, that was a great motion, by the way.
Hey, thanks.
Perfect. Yep.
Slam dunk. I wish they were all,
Everything we needed all at once. Yep.
well, it was Brian's letter was clear and concise and a beautiful letter. So I just.
It was pretty
close your
good.
eyes.
Carol,
Thank you for that.
I know it's not your decision per se, but I'm sure you get rumblings. Any idea when we may get back to in-person? Thoughts on that?
No idea.
Nothing, huh?
Honestly, no idea. I mean, honestly, if you look at it, they're projecting that everyone in Michigan practically it'll probably take till about September to vaccinate everyone. So I wouldn't be
Wow.
surprised if they continue to extend this until the majority of the population's been vaccinated.
Are we, so, I mean, we're just waiting, we're following
Yeah.
state
Exactly.
guidelines, right?
Right now, we're good through March 31st,
Yeah.
and we'll see what the legislature does before then. So you'll have at least 2 more meetings that'll be virtual like this.
It'll
Okay.
be an interesting tax review board season, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
That's coming
Yeah.
up. Yep.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Okay, anything else? Any other comments? If not, I'll declare the meeting adjourned.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody.
Hey, guys.
Thank you all.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thanks. Have a
And-
good night.
You too.